Hello everybody, my name is Sophie and I work for Mrs. Mactivity as a content creator. I am really excited because today I'm going to talk to you about our brand new Reggio Emilia-inspired early years provocations. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So I'm just going to briefly explain to you in this video, first of all, what a provocation is and why it's linked to the Reggio Emilia approach to learning, how you can use provocations in your setting to bring about fantastic learning opportunities, brilliant outcomes, brilliant development for all your children, no matter what their age or ability. And I'm also going to talk about our brand new provocations, the ones that we have on the Mrs. Mactivity site, and how you can use them in your setting. So what is the Reggio Emilia approach? The Reggio Emilia approach started in Italy after the Second World War in, surprisingly or not surprisingly, the Reggio Emilia area of Italy. And it was born out of a desire to allow children to be more leaders of their own learning and to promote child-led play. And the idea behind child-led play in the Reggio Emilia philosophy is that we as educators need to observe children's interests, see what they're interested in, as we all do as early years practitioners, but then to use those interests to create provocations to allow children to further explore their curiosities, to question, to extend their learning. And in doing so, they encompass nearly all areas, most of the time, of the early years curriculum. But we need to, as teachers, not have set outcomes or goals from these activities that we set up for the children, and more see them as a broad invitation to further their interests and potentially hit all these different areas of the early years curriculum. So I hope that makes sense. So if all that sounds a bit confusing, don't fear, because at Mrs. Mactivity we have created some fantastic provocations and provocation plans to help you get started with creating these invitations to play in your setting. At the moment we've got 3 plans up on the site, and each plan comes in either a long version or a short version. And the long version is fantastic because it goes really into depth into the philosophy behind the activity that you're doing, gives you lots of ideas for setup, lots of ideas for key questions, key vocabulary, also some key questions that you should avoid asking maybe to make sure that the learning isn't too narrow and that children can have the opportunity to hit all of those different outcomes. And each 5-page plan also comes with all the early years outcomes that the activity could potentially link to, and also the early learning goals that if your children are working on this activity, they will be working towards those early learning goals, and they're all referenced for your ease at the bottom as well. The short versions of the plan are brilliant because they're just 1 page and they give you all the information that you need to set up the activity, the key vocabulary and the key questions that you might want to ask as you're interacting with children. These are great for maybe staff that haven't been involved in deciding upon what provocations you're putting out but still want to interact with the children. So you've got that page that you can print out and keep next to your activity for those adults to have a look at and remind themselves of the key questions and the key vocab that they should be using with the children. And it's just a really quick glance, page-at-a-glance setup guide as well to help you quickly set up that provocation, especially in the morning if you're in a hurry. And most of these provocations use things that you will already have in school. In fact, all 3 of the provocation plans use things that you will definitely have in school, and there are easy substitutes that you can use if you don't have these certain things in school. That's an outline quickly of the Reggio Emilia approach, what provocations are and how we are using provocations at Mrs. Mactivity to expand upon, improve and make your early years teaching fantastic and inspirational, and most of all fascinating and engaging for the children. If you'd like to know more, then there will be links below to all of the different plans, and also a blog post that I've written that explains a little bit more about the Reggio Emilia approach and how we're using it to influence our planning at Mrs. Mactivity. If you'd like to ask any questions, then please do so in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about Reggio Emilia, about provocations, about child-led learning in the early years. If you have any requests for any plans that you'd like us to create, then please also leave those below, because we love to work with our customers and make sure that we're giving you exactly what you need. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.